I never thought I'd be caught up in a real-life mystery. But then my new neighbor moved in. They're secretive. They keep strange hours. And there's something about them that just feels off. This is the story of how I went from friendly neighbor to amateur detective, and what I found out will shock you. My name is Brooke. I'm 30, freelance editor, live in a quiet little cul-de-sac just outside Seattle. The kind of neighborhood where you know everyone's dog's name, where Halloween decorations go up the first week of October, and everyone pretends not to compete. So when the house next to mine finally sold after sitting vacant for 2 years, everyone was buzzing. The rumors started immediately. An artist? A tech guy? A divorced woman looking for a quiet restart? No one knew. Until the moving truck showed up on a cloudy Thursday morning. One person. Alone. A tall man in his late 30s. Slim. Dressed entirely in black. Sunglasses on, even though the sun hadn't made an appearance in days. He didn't wave. Didn't introduce himself. Just unloaded a few antique-looking pieces. No couch. No bed frame. Just boxes. Lots of them. All sealed in black tape. We all watched from behind curtains. He didn't hire movers. No friends. No family. Just him. His name, according to the mailbox label, was Mr. Caleb Morrow. I saw him for the first time, up close 2 days later. I was walking my dog, Waffles. He was in his driveway, adjusting something in his trunk. I smiled. "Hi, I'm Brooke. I live next door." He turned slowly. Then he smiled, but it didn't reach his eyes. "Nice to meet you." His voice was low, smooth, almost rehearsed. "Settling in okay?" I asked, keeping it casual. He paused, still adjusting to the quiet. Then he walked inside without another word. Waffles growled. He never growls. That weekend, the weirdness started. At 3:12 a.m., I woke to flashing lights outside my window. A soft red glow. I peeked through the blinds. His garage was open. A pulsing red light blinked inside, like an emergency beacon. And Caleb, shirtless, barefoot, stood perfectly still in the middle of it. Just standing there. No tools, no phone, just staring at the blinking light. I watched for 7 minutes. He never moved. Then suddenly, the light stopped, and the garage door closed. I couldn't explain it. The next morning, I brought it up to my neighbor Carla. She brushed it off. "People are weird. Maybe he's doing LED therapy or something." But it didn't feel like that. And then came the noise. Soft thumping. Not constant. Just once or twice a night. Like someone knocking on wood or being locked in. I downloaded a decibel meter app. Recorded the timestamps. They were always between 3:10 and 3:18 a.m. Always. I started watching him. From the front window. From my car. Even through the upstairs blinds when I couldn't sleep. He left the house exactly twice a week. Tuesday and Friday. Always at 2 a.m. Gone for exactly 47 minutes. Then returned. Never carried bags. Never used his phone. Once, I followed him. He drove into the woods off Route 9 and parked. Sat there, engine running. Then drove home. That's it. I started writing things down. Notes, patterns, timestamps. I couldn't explain why, but something about him made my skin crawl. And yet, I couldn't stop watching. One afternoon, his trash can fell over in the wind. I offered to pick it up. Inside were no food containers, no junk mail, just shredded newspaper, black gloves, empty bottles labeled with lab-style codes I didn't recognize. I took one. Just one. Later that night, I searched the label online. No results. So I asked my brother, he works in biopharmaceuticals. He called me back. Where did you get this? Why? This is a medical-grade neuroinhibitor, controlled, not sold to the public. What does it do? Sedates. Wipes short-term memory. You don't just find this in someone's trash. I stared at the vial. Something clicked. The weird light. The noises. The garage. And then I remembered the old rumor from when the house was listed 2 years ago. There was a break-in. A family dispute. Something about the basement being sealed. I hadn't thought much of it until I saw the old security panel near his side door. The basement keypad had been reactivated. That night I couldn't sleep. I got up, walked to the fence line between our houses, and I heard it. A woman's voice. Faint. From his basement window. She was saying, "Please, help." I froze. Then the sound cut off. Total silence. I went home and called 911. They showed up, knocked, asked a few questions. Caleb answered calm as ever. Said he lived alone. Said he had no guests. Said maybe I heard the TV. They checked. No sign of anyone. But something about the officer's face told me he didn't buy it either. Still, with no cause, they left. I watched Caleb watch them go from his living room window. Then he turned and looked directly at me. Smile gone. I couldn't stop. The next day, I bought a small Wi-Fi camera and planted it behind my fence, angled at his garage. That night, at 3:12 a.m., the light returned. This time, the footage showed something different. A shaped female walking out of the garage, slowly, shaking. She looked back, and Caleb followed, holding something in his hand. She turned to run. He pointed the device something like a remote. She froze, and then collapsed. He picked her up, carried her back inside. I emailed the video to myself, backed it up to the cloud. Then I sent it to the police. They came back the next morning, but Caleb was gone. The house was empty, furniture gone, no lights, garage bare. Just one thing left. On the porch, a package addressed to me. Inside, a note. Curiosity is a weakness, but you were close. And beneath it, a vial. Same label, same liquid, same silence. I haven't seen him since. The house is still vacant. But every Tuesday and Friday, at 3:12 a.m., the red light flickers in the garage. Just once. And then it's gone. What would you do if your neighbor wasn't just strange, but dangerous? Comment below.